Welcome back. This is part 3 of our series that I am sharing with you. You can see I've done a little bit more progress. I have sewn all of the vintage lace and textile pieces that I wanted to put in here into each journal, and I'm happy with the results. So what I will do going forward is add to them a little bit, but this is the way I usually like to do my base backgrounds, is add a little bit later or embellish as we go. The next step for me is going to be making the tags, and I don't want to over make tags, so I will make them a specific size in each of the pockets or the tuck spaces. And I might not put something in each space because it will get pretty thick. I'm just going to measure where we're at. Yeah, it's 1.5 inches. About 1.5 inches so far. So what do you think? I'm quite pleased. I'm going to just take this little piece off for now while I show you the insides of the journals. So I'm going to hold this up a little bit closer and you can see the stitching. I did do the doilies directly onto the cover, and the closure, coordinating that ahead of time was a little bit of a thing, but I just thought it through, and I'm quite pleased with what I did. So you can see the eyelet there. And then I've left a little space right here so that I can thread it through whatever I choose, like fibers or sari silk. And then afterwards I can either shut it or not. Probably I won't, because it needs room to, you know, have a bit of a knot and so forth. But I can still use this for tucking something in. And this lays nice and flat. So there you go. This is the journal with the smooth edges. The advantage of this one over the other one with the raw edges is that you don't have to zigzag all the way around. I ended up doing that on this other journal because it just needed some more finishing, and it's working out really nicely with that decision. Also, I just wanted to show you what it looks like. It just looks like quilting when you stitch right through, if you can see that. So no biggie. And once I put a mini journal or something inside this side tuck, you won't even see that stitching. So I did run just a bead of glue down the spine area for this doily to sit in. And then when I stitch it in place, it'll gather it. Being striped fabric, it's going to be a little bit easier to make sure I get a straight line for the binding. And yeah, so this page is blank at the moment. I do love this effect right here, and that's okay. So, I mean, what do we do with these kinds of journals? If you can't use paper clips, I guess. You got to use pins and stuff. So I guess I'll figure that out. Here's the silk doily that I have sewn in as a pocket, and these 3 crochet doilies on this side, a belly band, this pocket, little space here. So you can see the edges are smooth, and that looks great. It's just a different style, that's all. So far, I haven't put any trim up here. I'm going to wait and see what I end up putting inside this particular pocket. If it's something that has a lot of maybe bulk to it or catchy things, then I definitely will reinforce the top of it. But for right now, it's good. Here's our Irish lace on this side, and the center of the signature. So the way I've attached it, it looks like these could have even been one piece. So I just made sure that when I was sewing them, they met together. And then inside, whatever I choose to put in the pockets, That's good enough. I don't think I'm going to attach them there to the background. So you can see the stitching through it, but it just looks like quilting stitching, and that's totally fine with me. Here we've got a sweet little pocket. Still can't find my appliques. Whatever. Pretend that's one. And our side tuck on this side. And then here I've got it's a pocket that I've stitched on each side. And then this lovely little silk pocket with some beautiful trim. And then I will probably lace a bit of ribbon through here. Haven't decided yet. And on this side, we've got a side tuck. This is the kind of thing where I might not end up putting very much in the here at all. We've got these sewn on now. And so what we do is fold it over like this and like that. I can show you a little bit better than I could the first time. So you can put one tall tag through the back and then another tag through the front. So it's a double doily pocket, which is pretty cool. So I will just pin this together. Doesn't flop around too much. Probably going to secure these with a bulb pin or maybe even some buttons. We'll see. And then the back with just the one tuck spot. And again, the eyelet closure has a little bit of a hole there, so I can feed the ribbon through there easily. And that's journal number 1. Then we've got this guy, and I really love it. Really, really love it. I sewed the doily on, front and back, did the eyelets. Same thing, I left a tiny little space in there so that I can feed the ribbon through here and tie it, and then it will just come across to make the closure here. And it doesn't matter which side I do this. Sometimes that's why I do the front and the back exactly the same, because then I can end up, you know, swapping it if I decide I like one of the sides better. So here we've got that doily from the inside. Just looks like regular quilting. I think this is how I decided I wanted it. Here's a beautiful lace pocket. This is a tuck spot as well. Here's another double doily pocket. And then this tuck spot I left open right here because I want to be able to see if I can thread some lace through here. And it would be pretty hard to get in there if I had already attached this. So once I've done it, I will anchor it down, probably just 1 or 2 stitches holding it in this corner. And you can see I zigzagged around, top stitched around every page. And here is a lovely pocket, side tuck. Here is another silk pocket. I haven't done any decorative trim on the top yet. Wait and see what I put inside it. But I do think I would like to finish that edge off. And then we've got some beautiful, beautiful delicate lace on this side. It's a side tuck. And then this one, I didn't mean to sew it down there, but I did. So for now, I'm going to leave it, and it's a pocket that will go this way, which is fine. But if I decide I want this free and attach this to the page, then I will pick this apart and change it. But for right now, it's just fine. And then this is the center of the signature. 2 pockets here. This I have to glue down at some point. And this does look wonky, but it's because I followed the edge of the doily, and it's a little bit curved. So, yeah, have to think of something cute to put on the center here. There's a pocket and a side tuck. Another side tuck. And a doily pocket. And then some beautiful crocheted lace cascading over the side just a bit. Another crocheted doily. And what I did with these ones is I tried to keep the stitching in the seam area, but I did go around here just a bit, and then the one petal because it just was too floppy. So now it feels pretty secure. And then here's our envelope pouch. Pretty cool. Very pleased with that. And then the stitching will just be camouflaged in the spine. And a side tuck. And that, my friends, is journal number 2. So now I start thinking about tags. And my plan is to do, like I said, all fabric tags. I'll also need some ephemera like book page and music paper and things like that. I'm not exactly sure what I will do, but I will incorporate that into the little mini journals or booklets that I make. And I have a lot of beautiful embellished textiles that I think are going to give it the pop of color. So right now this is just so neutral. It's just cream and ivory. And that's pretty much it. Beautiful. So I thank you for watching. And we will carry on with the next video, which would be number 4. And that will be the tags. So thanks for watching. And stay tuned for more. Bye for now.